what has life been like, Anne, since you came out? It's a bit of a whirl.
It has, because it just kind of feels like nothing has stopped yet. I mean, I came out, went home, went pretty much straight into panto, which would have been more difficult if I hadn't had an absolutely brilliant cast and crew who were just lovely to me. Then got back... was it, 3 weeks ago? Probably got home 3 weeks ago. And since then, been kind of up and down between home, which is Manchester, and London. And
you've been recording your new series of Britain's Brightest Family.
That's right. That starts tomorrow, yes.
Yeah? Is it Wednesday tomorrow? You're right. It's tomorrow. Yes. 8 o'clock on TV.
Yeah, Series 2 of Britain's Brightest Family. Yeah. We've made some adjustments, and I think it's even better.
Yeah. And I remember when you did the first series, you said, this is like a dream come true for me to...
Well, yeah,
I mean, be a quizmaster.
Yeah, who doesn't want their own? Who doesn't want their own show? Yes, it was brilliant. I mean, we're very lucky in having a great slot. You know, we're right between the two Corries.
Yeah.
So
Corrie sandwich.
Exactly. Yeah. It's kind of a responsibility to make sure you don't lose too many viewers for the second Corrie. So please, everybody, watch.
And I was reading up about you, and I just find you one of the most fascinating women I've ever read about. I really, really do. I've been on the Chase. Do you remember I was on the Chase? I don't know if you can remember, but I didn't do very well. Yeah, I didn't do very well, but I just remember thinking, my goodness, she's so bright. How does she know all the answers?
Oh, thank you.
But one of the things that I found really fascinating was you and relationships. And it's interesting because you say that you feel like you don't have the social manners or the commitment for a relationship.
Yes, I mean, I think I got quoted in the Daily Mail as it said that I'd never dated. And I was like, excuse me? There's several blokes out there going, hang on a minute. No, that's not actually the case. And, you know, never say never. Yeah, I find I get sort of claustrophobic in a relationship. I'm like, wait, he wants to phone me every day? Seriously, every single day? I've been known to have the phone unplugged, and then, I plug it in because I thought he'd gone away and he comes back. And the thing is, I mean, this was a guy, I promise I liked him, I did. Yeah. It's just, I'm much more of a kind of, I like kind of arm's length.
Yeah. So not every day, but how often is that acceptable for you? If somebody thinks, oh, I really like Anne, how often would you
we didn't have email in those days.
No.
Although, actually, I mean, he worked in computing, he probably did have email.
Right.
But I didn't. I prefer being contacted in writing.
So that must have been...
that sounds incredibly...
Amazing!
You don't actually sort of have to send me a letter through the post. Or
Not face-to-face, but having that safe distance.
Yeah, I mean, people who phone me, you know, the people who know me know that the first question you ask is this a good time to talk? And it very often is, but please ask.
Yeah,
you know,
So that must have been even more of a challenge then for when you were going in the jungle, knowing you were going to be stuck with these people.
It was less of a challenge than I expected. I don't know whether I simply expected to be surrounded by people, and I knew that was the deal, and that, you know, you weren't going to have anything else. You were not going to have iPads, iPhones, so there wasn't going to be any other kind of communication. You were just focusing on these people. And, of course, I was very lucky. There were just 10 fantastic
Yeah, they were great. I love the way you all got on, actually. It was great.
I think...
My friends, I think so.
They're all my friends.
Yeah.
And you felt lonely when you were in the jungle, away from the usual...
No, I mean, that's not a problem I have. I apologise to my family and friends. There wasn't really anyone I missed terribly. Sorry.
I love your honesty. Bit of a getaway.
I know you've been quoted quite often in interviews saying, you know, you found a newfound confidence, you think, that the jungle gave you.
Well,
but when you went to the NTAs, for example...
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's that. I think it's more that... I think one thing that it has given me is people saw me as me. Now, admittedly, they saw someone who was a tearful wimp and a bottler, as opposed to, you know, the all-conquering governess. But, you know, I mean, for a long time, I wasn't allowed to be anything other than the governess on TV. Even if I went on a talk show, I had to be in costume, which, you know, guys, I own clothes.
But I think, you commanded a huge amount of respect, not just from your fellow campmates, but from the general public when you talked about autism and Asperger's, and I think it made people understand A, the condition, and B, you a lot more, and understood, like you said, always a bit of a wimp. It's like nobody saw you like that. It's just you were struggling because of having Asperger's.
It was just the, you know, one has sort of certain sensory issues, and if you drop mealworms down my bra, then yes, I'm probably going to go into panic mode.
Yeah.
So that was perhaps something I hadn't realised. I thought it was only spiders I minded.
Yeah.
No, there's quite a lot of things I minded.
How did you find yourself in TV? What kind of...
Why am I into... how am I in
How
TV
did you
and not a
first
proofreader?
get into...
It all kind of happened really quite suddenly. I discovered that there was a high-level quizzing circuit in the UK, and quite soon after that, I got discovered. It happened to be about the time they'd just done the first series of The Chase, and I kind of appeared on the scene, and they were like, right, we wanted a woman chaser and we couldn't find one, and we're looking for 16 months, and we think that's the one.
There you were.
Wow.
And there's so much going on. Please tell me that this thing I've read saying that you're thinking of retiring is not true.
No, I had to contact my great friend Duncan Lindsay at the Metro yesterday and say, please put the record straight. It's been a whirlwind. It's been tiring, and one does think, you know, is the phone going to stop ringing? I mean, every time I look in the email, there are more emails. And, you know, sometimes you think, no. But, what I really mean is just give me a chance to get my head around it. And, I am looking forward to, Britain's Brightest Time is going to be brilliant. I'm looking forward to recording more of The Chase.
Yeah.
I'm going back to Australia in a couple of weeks.
Well, we're loving that you're so busy. That is Britain's top... No, that's your programme, Penny. Your programme is on tonight, 7:30, and Anne's Britain's Brightest Family is 8 o'clock tomorrow in the Corrie Sandwich. Lovely to see Anne Hegerty, everybody.